Non-Australian student visa. Department of Home Affairs changed once again the rule. New rule is that now you have to show financial requirements more than normal. Earlier were $24,000. Now it's increased from $24,000 to almost $30,000 or $29,000. So it means that you need to show $29,000 into the bank statement if you want to study in level 1 Australian students as a Australian student in a level 1 university. Similarly, spouse visa financial requirement have been raised. And what are the requirement for the spouse visas? That raised from €8,000 to €10,000. So definitely Department of Home Affairs is a changing rules week by week, day by day, month by month. Reason is only one: the conversation of level 1 universities with Department of Home Affairs. Department of Home Affairs, they claim that you are not giving us visas, due to which our university reputes have been dropped down. We have a levels of the visa. If the levels of the visa will not achieve, mean that if we will issue certificate of enrollment COE and visas will be refused, our university repute and our university output, our university ranking will decrease. Therefore, we need to discover new methodology in which you mean Department of Home Affairs will not refuse applications, because currently there were a lot of refusals from Department of Home Affairs. It looked understandable when they will refuse the level 2, level 3 institute, subclass 500 institute in the diploma courses in some colleges. But when they will refuse the number 1 universities, the level 1 universities, definitely those were a pricking point for them, and that was little bit climactic meeting between Department of Home Affairs and the universities, level 1 universities. What was the output of that meeting? Department of Home Affairs confirmed that when we assess the students, even level 1 students, we were found some students are fake and they don't study and they just apply in your university. They just get your certificate of enrollment to get the visa. They get the visa, they change the course. They don't come to study in your university. Even first semester fee is wasted, because in current rules, earlier these students were changing their courses from the level 1 university to the subclass 500 or diploma courses in very cheap colleges they admit when they reach Australia. But now Australia, once again, some days back, new rule introduced that at least 1 year you will not change the course. At least 1 year you will not change the university. This was really backlog back foot for the students coming from Asia, because this trick the students from Asia was using. Student visa is very difficult from Asian countries, therefore they were admitting themselves in level 1 university that they will get visa and then they will change the course. Even they were genuine, but they want to study their courses in normal colleges because they had no huge fee to deposit in the next semester. And that was the meeting between Department of Home Affairs and the university. And final output was that Department of Home Affairs told, if you will follow our rules and regulations, mean that if you will issue certificate of enrollment after complete assessment, mean that almost 99% assessment and you will be 100% satisfied, then issue certificate of enrollment, mean COE. Then students must apply for visa, and then we will have once again small checkup and we will give him visa. So that was the result of that meeting. And as a result of that meeting, now for financial year 2024-2025, they increased financial requirement, funding requirement for level 1 university. Level 1 university funding increased because Home Affairs want to give them visa and want to filter genuine students, because Department of Home Affairs think if student is genuine, he has genuine funds in his or father, mother or relative bank account, and if he is a genuine spouse, he has genuine definitely money in the bank account, and then he will be declared as a genuine student. Some other things will also be checked. GST is a very complex terminology. I recorded one session in which I confirmed that 80 to 90% current refusals from Australia was not due to the new rule, it was due to lack of information of the GST. GST definitely new rule, but it is not due to the policy of Australian Immigration Department. There were a lot of negative news in the market that Australian Immigration Department of Home Affairs pre-planned to refuse the student visa applications, and two words are being used, copy paste, mean they are just pasting refusals in each application of same level. There is no even change of the word, so therefore they are not searching out the refusal, they are just pasting the refusals, and that is really pricking for the students, because students who wanted to study in Australia in advance, if they know their application will refuse by copy paste refusal, they will be very disheartened. But this was wrong news. Australian Immigration Department is assessing applications on merits, but unfortunately the students and the consultants are doing mistake. As I told you in one clip, I will tell you once again, the GST mean genuine student test. And what is the meaning of GST in your application? When you will write your SOP, statement of purpose, you don't need to write you will come back to your home country. When you will write this sentence, it means you are speaking against GST. When you have to satisfy that you have family ties in your country, you have business in your country, you have relatives in your own country, your ties and affiliation with your home country are very tight, by which a visa officer will understand that after study or after work permit he may return back. But you will not write this sentence that you will come back to your home country, because this was written in the GTE previous law, which was technically a failed scheme by Department of Home Affairs. Department of Home Affairs statistical research showed almost 99.9% students coming from third class country, mean developing countries like Africa and Asian countries, their students were writing that they will come back. Even they were giving affidavit that they will come back, but 99.9% students were speaking fake statements and they were giving lie statement. And technically Department of Home Affairs admitted that we compelled the student to write this sentence. If student don't want to go back after study, because we have rules that you can get work permit, you can work in Australia, you can check your capacity, you can check any company. If you will be more suitable for this society, we will give you a chance to get the PR. And almost all students try to get the permanent residency, and technically they are genuine, mean that their destination is divided into two categories. They want to study in Australia, at the same time they want PR. They are not fake students, but according to GTE requirement, when they will not write this sentence in the SOP, or they will not justify that they will come back after completion of their studies, they will not be given visa, which was totally absurd or wrong according to Department of Home Affairs. Because according to Australian laws, the students after completion of the study, they can get bridging visa, they can apply for work permit, and they will use their luck in good companies according to their study, according to their research, because they are living in Australia since 3 years, because at least 3 years you need to complete your study, postgraduate studies, doctors, engineers, the medical courses, engineering courses. If these students will apply their knowledge in the Australia, because they had past experience of social values, moral values, the legal values of Australia, their habitat, they are living in the Australian habitat, so therefore if the Australia will send them suddenly, it will not be benefit of both parties, even students, even Australia. Therefore they introduce new terminology. GST mean you are genuine student, you will study here, we will allow you to study, you will come here, you will deposit fee to the Australian level 1 university, you will show the funds of 29,000 euro, 29,000 euro, and you will show your funds if you are going as a spouse with the students with the 10,000 euro, and then you will complete all documents, genuine documents, and you will not deposit any fake document, and also you will write a very good quality SOP, statement of purpose, in which you will not write this sentence that you will come back, because they knew that you will not come back. If you are not planning to come back, if 100% students are not coming back after the study, if 100% students are using the rules of Australia to get the bridging visa, and after bridging visa they will try to get the genuine work permit. As the work permit grows, they want to extend work permit. If they are working with the good companies, they want to fulfill the requirement of permanent residency, and they want to get permanent. Of course, all students are not successful. Some of them are successful. Still, they try to get the permanent residency. Therefore, to write that you will come back by GTE requirement is totally the wrong policy of Department of Home Affairs. Changing policy is the actually admittance, that acceptance that Department of Home Affairs know that this policy is not good. Consultant students are using old methodology. They are still writing in their statement of purpose that we will come back, we will come back, students will come back. Even the students are given interview by visa officer directly. Sometime according to GST, our visa officer is representative from their home country, and students are still telling I have no destination, I have no plan to study permanently, to stay permanently, I want to come back after completion of the study. Sentence should be modified. If you want to essentially speak this sentence according to GST, you don't need to say that you will come back. You need to say, if you want to say this word, if that is indispensable for you and you want to say by all way that you will come back, you have to modify the sentence that I will come back after working in Australia. Mean I will study first of all, then I will try to get bridging visa, then I will get work permit, then I will try to get jobs in Australia, then I will try to get everything in Australia, and after doing job mean this sentence will confirm visa officer that if they will not be offered permanent residency, they will go back to the home country. But after doing work, after using your luck as a permanent residency contestant, which is looking difficult for Australia and the Canada, both countries. Keep watching World Immigration News by Irfan.